Taiye, thank you so much for coming in.
John, thank you for having me today.
It's wonderful. I'd love to have this opportunity just to talk a little bit about your committee. You're the chair of the Education Committee.
Yes.
We're going to talk a little bit about your vision, your mandate through the committee, share a little bit about Tiffany's vision, what she hopes to move forward and accomplish in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk a little bit about you.
Okay.
First, Taiye, tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I am Taiye Singletary, the chair of the Education Committee for GBBR. I have been in real estate for about almost 9 years now, and I grew up and lived in Baltimore City all my life. And so I have a family. We do still reside in West Baltimore City, and I love it. I enjoy it. So what I experience with my personal life now transitioned over into real estate, and it all works together.
Before you decided to get into real estate, did you start thinking about the business of real estate?
I would say when I began to start the process to purchase my first house, which was 2015.
Okay.
We still resided in the same house, and it's great.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Your family, you have a large family here?
Yeah, all my family is from Baltimore. Majority of my family still live in Baltimore. I do have a little family who's, moved to other states and stuff like that, but my immediate family still live in Baltimore City.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
So what led you to a leadership position with GBBR?
Honestly, I have always found myself in a managing position before I even got into real estate. I'm a person who likes to challenge myself to get to new levels, because I feel like if I get to another level, then the people behind me can get to a next level too. So I've always had that managerial experience and love. And when I got into real estate, I said, hey, this isn't just about sell or buy real estate, but it's something deeper. And education is one of the things that I enjoy the most about real estate, which is one of the reasons why I got into real estate too.
That's wonderful. And we're going to talk a little bit about that, your vision and the functionality of the committee itself.
Yeah.
We know that Tiffany has a wonderful vision as our 2026 president. She is very focused on our member engagement and really bringing the board to our membership and bringing our members back to the board.
Yes.
Our community engagement. But one very important passion of her vision is education.
Yes.
So this ties right into what you are doing as our chair.
Yeah.
So go ahead, tell me about the vision of the Education Committee.
The vision is to ensure that we not only make sure that our colleagues are educated, but the community too. And I will say that I'm truly lucky to have Tiffany, not just as the president of GBBR, but actually my broker too. So to get to see how education is important to her well before she stepped into this role only aligns with where she's going now and where she's trying to take GBBR, because we have to stay up with the market. We have to stay current with all of the things that are happening around us in order to ensure that we can have the knowledge and have the power to confidently speak and educate those around us.
You made a very important point when you're talking about educating our members, but others around us. So I think you are talking about educating the community as well.
Absolutely, because the footprint of GBBR is, I'm going to say, nationally known. And because it is, I think sometimes everybody is comfortable in the space of just knowing the basics, but really educating everybody about the different styles, the different techniques of what can help everybody else get to the next level. It's what's important. And it only can start. I always tell people, I said, GBB is number one for a reason. And I stand on that because of the confidence and the back end that we have with getting to the next level.
You have a lot of pride in what you're doing with the committee.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Share with me your strategic thought process. Where are we moving forward in 26 with the committee and education?
So definitely I would say one of the things me and Tiffany talk about often is AI, but also just making sure from an economic standpoint of where we could go and what we could do, is important too. And so I've had the conversation with her, like, think that we should be able to bring certain people where we see them on a national level, but I think bringing them into our world of coming to Maryland to see what things is like. Yes, we utilize the state of Baltimore, the state of Maryland, and those backends, but from a national standpoint, I really want people to understand the gem that we have in Maryland and how we can use those different things to help educate everybody else on a national level too. So it's like GBBR is the pilot, and we're going to be able to show people that this is how a board should operate on a local level in order for it to impact a national level.
How many members do you have on your committee right now?
Right now, I want to say we have 24 members on the committee, yes.
How do I get involved with the education committee?
Honestly, it's easy, right? So just showing interest and having the conversation, and me and my co-chair being able to see the passion behind the education that you want to bring towards the committee in order for us to now disseminate that information to everybody else. It's really just a conversation to say, hey, I want to be a part. And we don't believe in turning people down or telling people no, because everybody input or everybody's subject matter portion of what they can give to the team will just make us better altogether.
So you mentioned AI as a key component.
Yeah.
Is that your highest priority right now?
I would say yes, because there is a slight disconnect with the generation now and our seasoned realtors as well, where sometimes people are so consumed with staying where they are, being complacent with how they're used to operating their business, that they can't see past what's really happening, and AI is really taking over. Not from a standpoint of it will replace realtors, but from a standpoint of these are the systems that you could utilize in order for you to build an impactful, strong business that will be able to then carry over to support your clients.
So I want to turn this around a little bit. In the eyes of the consumer,
Yes.
what do you want the consumer to see coming out of GBBR in education and our membership?
I want the consumer to see that we take our craft seriously, regardless of what the mainstream media put out there. We take our time to educate ourselves in order for us to be able to better assist the consumer with what they're trying to accomplish.
Excellent. How do you get that message out?
Constant conversations, and honestly, inviting the consumer into our world, not just from a buying and selling standpoint, but consistent community involvement, I would say celebrations or things that will allow them to feel welcome to come into our world beyond what they are feeling like they are getting. And what I mean by that is sometimes people can feel like, oh, well, I don't need a realtor unless we're going to do X, Y, and Z. But we as your realtor is more than that. We are your resource. So the connection that we have with legislation and the voices that they feel like they may not can convey, that's where we come into play, because we're doing a lot of the behind the scenes that sometimes, and a lot of times, they don't get to see at all.
Taiye, that's such an important message. I want to make sure we stay on this a little bit, because your education that you want to deliver both to our members and to the consumer goes beyond the buying and selling process.
Yes.
You're protecting the right to home ownership.
Yes.
You're protecting private property rights, and you're doing that through education.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's excellent. That's a monumental task, but I know you have the energy, and you have a committee behind you.
Absolutely.
What can we do at staff, myself as CEO, to support your efforts?
I would say continue to hear us and listen with an open heart and an open mind, because I think that sometimes there are people who will try to listen to see what or how it can benefit them, but we have to take ourselves out. How can it benefit the consumer? And when we start to do that, then the conversations begin to change around us, not just on a local level, but a state level, a national level, and beyond.
Boy, I love that.
Thank you.
You are the right person as chair for
Thank
this
you.
committee.
Thank you.
Final words you want to share to our membership?
I would say I'm definitely looking forward to 2026 and all that we're going to have in store. And if there's ever any recommendations, whether you're on the committee or not, we are here to hear you. So send over those recommendations and we can see how we can implement those things.
So how do we get a hold of you? How do we send that information to you?
They can contact me through the GBBR email that we have for the Education Committee, and we'll be sure to get back to them.
That's wonderful.
Yep.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Wonderful to see you.
Thank you, you too.